Running your own real estate investment business can be stressful, time-consuming, and difficult to manage. Where do you start? Why go out and try and reinvent the wheel when we have the answer? With our exclusive training program, we will teach you how to free up your time to build your business, develop your goals, learning where to find the money, how to find better deals, keeping track of offers, building a team, and developing a business plan that works for you. We at Real Impact Real Estate Training and Mentoring have all the answers for you. We have several plans to help you get your business to the next level. We have developed the best one-on-one personal training system in the industry. We have a proven structure that has been developed for more than 50 years through the purchase and sales of thousands of homes and commercial properties. We will help you set up and build your real estate investment business. Whether you are new to investing or you are a seasoned professional, we have a plan for you to customize your business to a method that works, is affordable, and fits your budget. With training modules like finding money, finding deals, learning how to get correct comps, building a team, short sales, subject twos, foreclosures, making multiple offers, understanding auctions, REOs, and tax sales, working to build your construction team, and finding sellers and buyers. Find your property management team, plus over 70 additional training modules to choose from. Sit down with us for a one-on-one consulting to see what training plan is best to develop your goals and to build your business by using the 5 M's of investing: mining, money, maintenance, marketing, and management. Wouldn't your life be great if you can live it on your own terms? We help you develop and structure your business to take massive action. Join the Real Impact Real Estate Training today. Change your life today with real estate investing.
Hi there, my name is Roger Pascal. I am the CEO of Real Impact Training Systems. Thank you and welcome to the call tonight. We've got a great call tonight. But at Real Impact, we improve the quality of people's lives through real estate investing. Our Real Impact franchises provide local real estate investors with networking and educational meetings. Our locations are franchise owners in various locations throughout Texas and Oklahoma. In addition to our monthly meetings and workshops, our franchise owners also offer a variety of one-on-one mentoring programs that can help you no matter where you're at in your personal real estate journey. If you're interested in learning more about our training options, please reach out to one of our franchise owners. So just in a few minutes, several of our franchise owners will be joining us so you can meet them tonight. One of our primary objectives each Sunday night is to provide you with an opportunity to ask questions about real estate investing and how to build your business. So you don't have to wait till sometime next week to ask somebody your questions. So what you're going to do is in the YouTube channel, you are going to click on the chat button. If you don't have the chat button on there, click subscribe, and that chat button, the chat box will come right up to you, and ask us questions, and we'll be glad to provide any answers that you need out there that you're asking. So with that, let's bring everybody on board and let's see what we've got going today. So Karen Maxwell, Impact Plano and also corporate sales. Doug Toon, Doug and Renee have Impact Longview. Tim and Gabi Lockhart, Impact Wichita Falls and Denton. And Eric Short, Impact Grand Prairie, South Dallas. So thank you all for being on here tonight. We're coming off a big high right now because the guys you see on this screen, you take me away from this because they did this. I was out of town, and they put this together and they made it happen. But they did an REI Dream Team event Friday evening and all day yesterday. It was absolutely phenomenal. We had that in Denton, Texas. Y'all did a phenomenal job on that. The vendors that you had there helping our investors build their real estate team was second to none. They are the top people that you need to have on your team. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So, Karen, I'm going to throw this over into your lap and you take it from here.
Okay. Well, I would first like to say, like Roger said, make sure you like, subscribe, share, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you get the reminders. And I'm reading all of the comments that are popping up on YouTube. We've got some goodie. Oh, well, that was me. I said good evening. We have John McEnroe. He was there from Be Happy Building and metal construction. They do all kinds of stuff.
Aluminium.
Barn dominiums, yes, yes. And then we have Lone Star Southern, which is Brandon Florence. They drove all the way from Tyler with Reliable Renovations, I believe is what the name of their business is. And it was great to have everyone. We had people that came from so far to come hang out with us for the weekend. So it was absolutely incredible, and we had an amazing time. And I can still say I was excited for a reason, Tim. If I said I was excited one more time, I was so excited. But I was a little sad last night whenever I came home because I didn't have anybody to share that with. So that was a little sad. But Eric called and gave me a pep talk. So thank you for that, Eric. We had such a great time, and it was really good just to get to know people and know what they do. So yeah, it was. We were definitely going to be having another one. I need to take a little bit of a break from planning and all that, but we are going to be having another one. And Dennis has said he doesn't want us to wait a whole year, so I might have to have it sooner. We had Gabi and I have been working on this since last summer. Dennis threw this out there one day. What he had a vision, and I said, you know what, Gabi and I have been talking about doing something very similar to that. He said, I really wanted to have somebody have a meeting where someone from each of the 5 M's was in the room, and somebody could go to them and put a deal together by using everybody in the room. So Gabi and I worked on it. And, after the Subject to event in December, we really put our heads down, put them together, and said, okay, this is what we need to do. And lots of phone calls, lots of emails, lots of internet, the website, and the design of the bags. The bags turned out beautiful. I'm so excited about that. And I don't think the bags may not have been big enough for all the stuff that was given away. I know one thing, Heather Nimmer she almost needed a dolly to carry out all of her prizes. She was a big winner for this weekend's event.
Yes.
Gabi, you want to say anything about the expo?
I think it was a great success, and Karen and I, we worked really hard. I mean, we brainstormed every single day almost. I mean, at least Monday through Friday, several hours, in just really putting this together. And it was a great success. I mean, it was the response that we have received from the vendors, the sponsors, the people who came to the meeting. It was just phenomenal. Everybody loved it. And that's such a reward for us just to see how much we were making an impact.
A
with
real
our
impact.
team. We made a real impact with a real team. I was telling John, is Be Happy, and I said, if we work together as a team, then it's becoming a dream work. And so now we're being a Be Happy dream team.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. I had a lot of, everybody told me how much fun they had.
Yes.
I know that the sponsored, the scavenger hunt was a big hit.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to, help a couple people out and said, oh, this is where you're missing it, and this is where they're located. So go find them and then bring it back to me. And that was Heather. Heather Nimmer was the first
Yes.
one to
She
fill
was-
out her scavenger hunt card, and she
Yeah,
was
she
so
was-
proud.
He was going after. She said, "Who do I need to talk to for this last one?" I said, "Do you see Dennis right there? You need to talk to him." And she said, "Really?" And I said, "Yes, he's
Yes.
the one to talk with." And
Right.
so he enjoyed it. She enjoyed it, and she was so proud that she was the first one who was done.
Yeah. Well,
Because she
and
did
we reached out to people that had businesses that we needed on our team, and we told them about the expo, and that's how a lot of them came to fruition. I know the guys from 1031, Ronnie Sterling from 1031 Accruit, 1031 Intermediate, 1031 Exchange qualified intermediary. He sent me an email and said, "Hey, we do 1031 exchanges. Is this something that you might need in your business?" And I said, "You know what? Yes, but I have something even better for you." And they signed up like that because they knew the value of getting in front of people that could benefit from knowing what they do. And the more I talk with people, the more a lot of people that were attendees said, "You know what? Next year, I want to do that. I want to be up there. I want to get to talk. I want to tell people what I do." And it's
empowering.
It's empowering. And when it gives you confidence. Mm-hmm. And if people don't know what you do, how are they going to ask you for your help?
Right.
How are it's a really great thing. So, okay. Do we want to start going through these slides? I know we have a ton to talk about.
Absolutely. So let's put on the first slide on mining.
All right, Tim, I believe is Doug's going to.
Oh, yeah. I was going to talk about Backflip. So Backflip has some comps. I've tried it out on my phone with their app. I've also got it on my laptop, and you just have to play with it. You've got to get the right thing and dial everything in so that you get good comps. And I ran a couple of my properties through there, and I like it. And they had some financing as well, so check that out.
Yeah. I think it's just like with anything, a computer can only do so much, and then it's really good to utilize to get that quick ARV. But then you just have to look at it and then dial it in and uncheck the ones you don't need to use, or add the ones that it didn't include. It's all based on public information and the MLS data and stuff, so there can be mistakes. Sure. Just like with anything. But go ahead, Eric.
What I found interesting about Backflip was the number of comps they get so quickly. I'm used to finding 3 or 4 comps, and they provide 11.
Yeah.
And you go through those and you filter through them. But to come up with 11 in that short amount of time, pretty cool.
It takes a lot of that especially for people that don't have MLS access, and they're having to pay for a service that provides them the same information that they can get with Backflip's free app. It is a free app. Let's get $20, guys. We get $20. I was thinking about that yesterday during the meeting. I was like, are we going to get credit for this? But it was really funny because it's a free app, and of course, where they make their money, like you said, Doug, with their funding. So if you go on and it even tells you this looks like a deal or this doesn't look like a deal, and then you can kind of adjust it if you need to. But hey, if somebody sends you a deal and you run it through there and it looks like it's a deal, then maybe that warrants further investigation from you to go do your own due diligence. So, all right, great. Well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed that because he's a really energetic guy. He actually moved here from California last summer, and left San Diego to come to Dallas, and he was very excited about what they do. So I'm glad they were able to be a part of it. Okay, Roger.
And let's throw this out there too, that if they want to see detailed information and links how to get there, they can go to the website, which is simpleautomationfollowup.com.
Yep.
And then just click on the REI Dream Team Expo.
Yep. And go down where the sponsors are.
We're talking about tonight. You can find those on there.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, Roger, tell us about
New Western. I've done a lot of work with New Western, and they're a wholesaler. And what most people don't really understand, if you haven't done a lot of business, is they buy properties, and we do very well on selling them those properties that we go look at it. It's like, I don't know if I want to do this one or not. Maybe it's not in the right area. Maybe it's more of a rehab than what you want to take on. But they're a phenomenal company to sell your your contracts to assign your contracts to, and they've done very well on that. They also are run all their employees are licensed realtors, so they're getting comps directly out of the MLS, and they work to make sure that they're not going to get you into a bad deal because they don't want you not to ever use them again. They want you to use them over and over again. So Alexandria and Tyler were just phenomenal yesterday, and they're one of the, I guess, the largest wholesaler in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right.
Yeah, they were very nice.
And then Tim.
Yeah, so Aiden Ibarra came and he talked to us about methodical platforms, and his partner Eva. And so what they're developing, it's going to be released this summer, and it is a software to be able to help us analyze our deals, do projections. If we're looking at doing a long-term rental, it'll give us a cash flow analysis and tell us what our projected profits are, as well as it's got some intelligence built in there so that if we put in our estimated repairs and our projections for increased rent, and it will alert us. It says, "Hey, I think that that these assumptions that you put in are outside of the norms for the market." So if we're doing a cash flow analysis and we put in that, we think we're going to increase our rents 10% a year, and rents are really only increasing 2% a year, then it'll give us a warning and say, "Hey, I think you might want to readjust your numbers." That's just kind of an extreme example, but just to kind of. So anyway, it looks like it's going to be very, very powerful, very useful for us. And they're creating an entire ecosystem for real estate investors. And the Methodical Platforms app, or it's going to be like the hub of a whole ecosystem with insurance and loans and
CPA,
CPA, the ability to syndicate deals if you're doing large multifamily or commercial and need to syndicate. There's going to be those resources available too. So it sounds like it's going to be really, really powerful. Can't wait for it to come up and be launched this summer, but it sounds really exciting.
Cool.
Yep, and I saw Tyler talking to him. So, when Tyler starts putting his head to something, I think big things happen. So
There you go.
Well, I did introduce Tyler and Aiden together, and then also with Ava. And Tyler came back afterwards and he said, that was such an empowering meeting, just that you thought about me, thinking about me, introducing me to those people. That was just incredible. And that was one of our goals, that we can introduce you to other people that we think that you really need in the future. So I interrupt on that one, but I thought it was a really good point to bring up.
it was absolutely, that's what the weekend was all about, making connections. So
Yes.
Awesome. All right, next slide.
Money.
We always want to talk about money. So yeah, Quest IRA was there, and they're an IRA specialist. And there are certain nuances to using your IRA and growing your money and keeping your money for as long as you can. And so they were there just expressing to us how they can help us. They're just Quest. They are such a great group of people.
Yes.
They actually have a meeting once a month in Dallas. I think it's on the third
Tuesday.
And they'll do some education, but at the end is like the deal pitch. So people will get up in front of the room and say, I've got money that I'm looking to lend because they had money in an IRA and they're not making as much money, and put that money to work for an investor that they get to know and feel comfortable investing in that person on their properties, then deals are made. And so people get up and say, I've got a deal, I'm looking for funding, or whatever. So you have that opportunity to meet people that have money that want to be making a good return on their money. So I highly encourage you to go to a live Quest meeting. I know they have one in Austin and Houston, but I don't remember what their dates are. But in Dallas, or in Addison, it is the third Tuesday of the month, and it's free. And they'll serve drinks and some appetite, like small bite foods, like small plates. But they're really great people. They can't solicit for you, but they do provide the platform for you to be able to come and meet with people that have money that are looking to invest, and for investors to find people to invest in. So it's really cool. All right, Ms. Gabi, you want to talk about Blazing Star and American Mortgage?
But I'm going to talk about Blazing Star Capital first. That's Tim and my company. And we have some loans available through that company that don't fit really into the mortgage company that I'm also representing. So we have some investors, they're not so much looking on the credit score, and they are more friendlier to the newer investors. And so they're really... So we have some different options here on our platform for lending, and we have some really incredible deals that we can provide for you. The big thing is also, if you do a fix and flip, we can do the renovation cost is 100% financeable. So I forgot to say that actually yesterday in the meeting, but just call me up if you have a deal, and I will see in which direction I'm going to send you off. With American Mortgage Company, I'm a licensed loan officer with American Mortgage Company. I've been doing this now actually for 10 years. Today, 10 years ago, I took my test.
Woo! Congratulations.
And so that was really empowering. When you walk out, you go like, yes, I did it. And so I have different loan programs for the mortgage side. We have the DSCR loans, which is 30 or 40-year loans, amortized, and with 10-year interest-only payments. So we have different options, and we will discuss what loan fits for you, because not every loan fits every deal. So I'm being very specific on that. I'm a lender that understands investment because I've been doing it now for 21 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, my cough is still lingering a little bit. So, and it's really important that you do work with a CPA who knows exactly what to do, especially if you do investor loans, because they can help you to appreciate and depreciate and all kind of things and save you money. And that's Michelle Beck. She was highly recommended, and Aiden actually works with her too. And I think it's important that you have a good CPA. I highly recommend that.
Very good. All right. Karen, you ready for maintenance?
Yes, sir. Oh, actually, Tim was going to talk about priority maintenance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cool.
Yeah. So this weekend, Jeremy Houchins and a couple of the people that he has on his team were there, and Jeremy gave a really good talk about how to work with contractors and some things for us as investors to look for when we're looking for a contractor. He's actually done several projects for me. And he's located all over North Texas. I think he even goes north into Oklahoma, I think. But he's based out of Wichita Falls, and he has an office in Denton, and I think one in Fort Worth, or somewhere in DFW. I think it's Fort Worth. But he services all over North Texas, and he is an investor himself, and and he does a lot of work for investors, and he does commercial and other projects like that too. So he's a good resource, and he gave a really good talk that a lot of people gave a lot of good feedback on what he said about how to work with contractors. That's something that a lot of new investors are scared of. How to talk to contractors, what to have them do, how to know if, they're being honest or not, and stuff. So it was really good to hear from him at the meeting.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A lot of, especially new investors, you hear horror stories all the time about people that get taken advantage of, or they hire shoddy contractors, or unscrupulous contractors that take advantage of them. They don't do good quality work, or they don't show up, or all kinds of things. But Jeremy would not have opened his third location if he were not successful and evidently really good at it, because I know you guys have used them.
Yes.
And so I just really enjoyed meeting him. I've met him before, but not in that capacity. So we were really proud to have them there, and I think they were very beneficial to all the attendees. So that was awesome. Okay, so we also had Zeus Exteriors. I know that Nina was there for them because we had a storm on Thursday night, so they weren't able to be there this weekend because they were all busy taking care of all their clients that had storm damage. Their roofs. We had crazy hail. It was just, I lost 8 fence panels. So maintenance has to come and fix all that. And it was just terrible. So we're sad that they were not able to be there and let us get to meet them, but they did sponsor the event. So we were thankful for that. And then we also had USA Insulation in Garland there. Obviously not talking about it, but they were just they were doing some advertising. So it was great to bring in people that have services and businesses that we need to know. And they do spray and insulation, and they also do like where you seal the house. There's so many cracks and stuff where air can get in and out that you want to keep in or keep out. And so they do some great work with that. So I'm excited that they were able to come out. Sam Razor was there, and so he enjoyed it, and so did we. Yes, Brandon, all of it was all exceptional resources for the contractors and as well as everybody. So.
All right. So now management. I'm sorry, marketing. Which one are we going to? I am messed up.
We're on marketing.
There we go. Marketing for investors. Doug.
Okay. Yeah. So we've recently, in the last 5 months, started using PMI Tyler. PMI goes all over the place, but PMI Tyler has helped us to short-term rental one of our long-term rentals, and we had been getting $700 a month for our little tiny house for years, and of course it's completely paid off now. But then we put it on Airbnb, took some pictures. I had a friend come out with his drone and take some really high pictures of the place, and put it on there. And we are now making anywhere from 2 to 3 times the amount of income from that same property. So it's like buying 2 more houses, but I didn't have to buy anything. And so now I just broke ground on a tree house that we're going to also
is that the right
put on.
Breaking ground on a tree house? Is that?
Well, I'm building it on telephone poles.
Okay.
So I have to dig a hole. So that's breaking ground.
You want to see pictures?
Yeah. I had someone say that they wanted to do walkthroughs as they come through our to our meeting, and I said, well, if there's nobody staying there, you can do whatever you want to do. But those things, a tree house that size is going for like $150 a night, and they're booked into next year. So it's like, how can I get this done fast enough, And then we're probably going to do another one after that. So, and it's not going to cost a whole lot. I'm not putting a full kitchen in it, full bath, but no full kitchen. And just be creative, have fun. People want the experience. So PMI is the way to go. I wouldn't want to list my property on Airbnb and VRBO and then have somebody book it over here. I have to cancel this one. I have to block this out. I'll have to do all that work. They do it for me, but they don't put it on just 2. They put it on like 80 different websites.
A bunch.
So they're keeping track of all that.
And their software handles that scheduling for you. I mean, wow. Across all platforms.
Yep.
It's amazing. Tanya Hickman is such a sweet lady. We really enjoyed having her. I know Marco, you've worked with him, Tim, you and Gabi. He wasn't able to be there. They had a family emergency. But you guys use them up in Wichita Falls, right?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Have a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that's close to Midwestern State University, and it's booked solid through May right now.
Mm-hmm. And I guess you got more than what you would have been able to rent it for as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
great.
Now we go to management.
All right. So I talked a little bit about how I managed all the properties that I've managed over the years by using my software. Real simple CRM. Didn't really talk too much about it specifically, but that is what I use. I do build custom CRMs, and I talk with Dennis about creating one for people that can't afford to spend thousands of dollars on software that they don't use that much. If you're not doing deals, then you don't necessarily need it. Something that's going to cost you money every month. So then Tyler and I started talking really late in the game. And I said, wait, I'm going to hold off on that because he might make it better and cheaper and faster. See what I did with that? So we're going to put that on hold. But we had Mr. Land Trust. He wasn't able to be there in person, but we were able to Zoom him in. That was really cool. Talking about Land Trust. And we actually have Randy Hughes. He's going to be our next big event. He's going to be here May the 1st through the 6th, going to all of the different Real Impact locations. And then he's going to be here on May 20th for his full day training on teaching you how to protect your assets with the land trust. And he does it step by step. And then by the end of the training, you're actually able to make your own land trust. So it's pretty cool. And we haven't had Randy here. It'll be almost 2 years. He was here in June of 2021. So it's been almost 2 years.
Wow.
And we're excited about that. So,
All right.
Who's doing a crew it? Oh, Eric.
Eric.
That would be, I believe it was Ronnie Sterling.
Yep.
Did a great job talking about 1031. A lot of the folks in the audience already knew or were somewhat familiar with the 1031 exchange. Taking the money from a home you sell or a house that you sell and turning it around and putting it straight into an upgraded house or another property of like kind. One thing that I found interesting was I didn't realize how old it was, early 1900s, late 1800s. And it's called an exchange because if one business owner who was a farmer didn't want to farm anymore and wanted to grow cotton instead, you could exchange deeds and you could raise cotton then, and the cotton farmer could be a cotton farmer it's called an exchange because you just exchanged deeds back then. but it has grown and evolved over the decades, and it's very interesting. You've got 180 days to put it into your new property. He was very informative. He even some of the things that he was able to tell in person are things that you might not have gotten just from a book or some other format talking about. And I'm still not going to be exactly perfectly clear with how he said it, but it was in Philadelphia, I believe, check me if I'm wrong, or Boston, where you're only allowed to build up to 4 levels. And this one owner of this 3-level house discovered that she could sell the space above her house to someone who wanted to use the right to build above her house for $1 million. And she sold basically the air above her house for $1 million and was able to use the 1031 exchange to buy a house in Florida.
That is awesome.
It was an amazing story, and I'm gonna have to pick his brains a little bit about that.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Let's take him to lunch.
Perfect. Sounds like a great idea.
All right. What about Michelle Beck CPA? Who was going to talk about?
CPA.
Okay.
Aiden Ibarra was mentioned earlier. He's one of the accountants. He's one of the CPAs with Michelle Beck's group. He'll actually be at my next meeting, not this coming Tuesday, but the next Tuesday, and we'll talk about that. But he's also, someone called him a serial entrepreneur. He's got 6 or 7 different things he talks about in the entrepreneur realm, all the way from from purchasing storage units and using the flat roofs to put solar power on it, and then putting a charging station out front of that. And that's just one property with 3 streams of income. He's amazing. Had a great presentation, and he'll be available to chat with you at my meeting Tuesday, the 14th.
You know, one of the things that I heard him speak at Tim Agabi's meeting in Denton, and he was talking about cost segregation. And I had never thought about using cost segregation for your rental portfolio. I'd only ever heard about it with multifamily. But he said that they actually do it for you, and it's not going to be as intensive as with a multifamily, but it's only like $650, $750, somewhere around there. And he can save you so much money on your taxes. I mean, it's crazy, but that's because he's a CPA. I teased him. He was one of the first people I interviewed for the Expo on my podcast. And I said, Aiden, your name is so short, but all of the letters that are going after your name, because he's fixing to become, I forget, a financial analyst or something. I said, you have so many letters after your name, that's going to be longer than your actual name. I mean, he's amazing. He is just sharp, and he's like, well, have you considered doing this? Have you considered doing this? So he's a great resource.
And a great speaker.
I'll definitely be at your meeting for that, because I want to hear him speak again. Okay, Roger, tell us about August REI.
Well, Doug was going to do that.
I was going to do that.
Oh,
So August REI is a note servicing company that Amy Sayer with August. She will even tell you that her job's boring, but it needs to be done. If you own or finance a property, you can use an RMLO and then move that information over to a note servicing company that will take out the taxes and everything that's escrowed, like the insurance and the taxes, and then send you the rest of what you own or finance that for. Now, you don't have to use a note servicing company when you do an owner finance, but it's a good idea. Roger will tell you that with a subject to, it's required now. So now if you do a wrap on a subject to, you must use an RMLO and you must use a servicing company. It keeps everything clean. Everybody's happy. And those people have to deal with it. And I'm extremely happy about that. So I don't have to.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
And
Yeah, they're great people to work with.
and your buyer can actually pay that fee for you.
Right.
But I left
yeah.
them because we had some seller finance notes. Like we paid the seller, and I just couldn't stand having to write those checks and remember to write those 2 checks and put them in the mail to those 2 sellers that we were not able to do direct deposit. You know, and wiring is not that, it costs too much money to wire, you know, $200, $300 a month. So I really like them. I really do. It's worth it to me.
All right. So, Karen, were you going to do Byers and Taylor?
Byers and Taylor title, Jenna Honeycutt and Christian Alva, they came out and they did an absolute phenomenal job. And then some of their ladies that work in their office came out as well. They're just genuine people, and they are go-getters. They are actually able to close deals in all of the state of Texas. So one of the biggest questions I get is, I need a investor-friendly title company that can close subject to deal in Tyler or Waco or Austin or, you know, Winsboro, Texas. Well, they actually gave me a sheet of all the counties that they can close quickly. And I told her, I said, I see Gregg County on here. So whenever I sell my properties in Gregg County, I'm going to use y'all, and I'm going to put this to the test. But they actually do close subject to transactions. And so they're familiar with it. You don't have to go train them. And they answer their phones. He answers my call every time I call. He's not one of the escrow officers. He's in their sales department, but he is a great guy. And he said that he will tell people, now look, I'm going to go tell them this, and I want you to do this. I expect for you to do what I tell them you're going to do. And yeah, they were great. I enjoyed having them around. It was nice to meet them in person finally.
Very good. Very good. Just a phenomenal group of people. And now, Karen, on the next slide, you've got some people that just sponsored.
Yeah. So Reliable Renovation, they were some of the contractors that came out. Brandon's on the call. He's watching he's in the comment section tonight. He and 3 of his guys came. His dad was one of them. And it turned out they all know my kids. They went to school with my children. So that was really neat. And let's see, they are in Reliable Renovation is in Tyler, but they service all the East Texas area there. Tally Ho Capital, she was a fun lady. Whenever she signed up, her name didn't come in, so all I could call her was Tally Ho. So whenever she came up, I didn't know who she was, and she said, "Well, I just signed up, kind of late." And I said, "Are you with Tally Ho Capital?" And she said, "Yes." And she looked confused, but that was why, because that was the only thing that I had on her was her business name. And we had Vince Chamunga from OT Investment Group. They are wholesalers as well. They came out and did a great job. They were super nice. We had Boston National Title. We had Sue Turk. She's also a title company, investor friendly. Zeus Exteriors, of course, did the roofing. RVP Insurance. Now, Ruth Fegley was really nice. She goes out and helps you get health insurance, so that you don't have to go Google anything and get all the unwanted phone calls and emails and text messages trying to sell you with health insurance. But she can also help you get insurance for your employees if you have a small business and you have employees, or if you're self-employed and you need insurance for yourself. Jimmy John's, of course, David and Vivi from our HEB location. They own Jimmy John's TCU, and they provided our lunch for us. And I think that's everybody.
No, Be Happy. You forgot Be Happy.
There's Be Happy right there. Yes. Yeah. Be Happy Building. Of course, they're John and Jessica came up from East Texas, and they actually stayed 3 days. So did y'all get to hang out with them last night, Gabi and Tim?
No, we didn't.
I think y'all were tired.
I didn't know they were staying.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, they're great people. They've done really well. He was posting on Facebook earlier today about their success, and they've closed on some properties, they've expanded their Be Happy. They have their Be Happy investments and Be Happy building.
Yep.
And if you need a barn dominium, they go all the way into the Metroplex. And they go at least 100 miles out, depending on the deal. But they're great people. I've been very honored to know them for the last 2 years, and I'm just absolutely blown away by their postings of their buildings that they're building and how phenomenal they are. They're just not pole barns. They don't put up pole barns. They build up just some really nice facilities.
Right.
So if you get a chance, you need to go to their
Integrity.
website.
They have tons of integrity. Yes, they do what they say they're going to do. You know, Brandon says, thank you. We learned a lot and are thankful for the connections that were made. Brandon, you're welcome. That was what the whole event was for. It was to connect multiple people, businesses with people that they need to help, and people with businesses that they need help from. Right. And, you know, a lot of people don't even know what businesses are out there that can help them. I really hated that we didn't get to have an RMLO that was a sponsor for. I know Gabi is an RMLO, but there are certain things. I mean, she's already got enough going on. But you know, that was one of the things that, like you said, it's not a terribly exciting thing, but it's got to be done. And so if you have a business out there that you want to be part of the next expo that we do, please. CJ, can we put my number up there, please? The 903-445-6023. That's my cell phone. And if you have a business and you want to be a part of our next expo, we're putting them all on a website. That way we can, when people ask me for a referral, I can send them there and they can look through what we have. Because these are people that we know do business, and we are happy to share that referral and share them with y'all because y'all need to know them. So we had some that could only come on Friday. We had some that could only come on Saturday. And, it was amazing. And thank you all for helping and participating. And Roger, thank you for giving everyone your book. And it was great.
Very good. Very good. All right. We have live meetings every single month. So for the most part, this is going to be the what we're doing. So Karen, can you go over what's happening in the next or the first week of the month?
Okay, so the first week of the month, our meetings, first of all, I want to say that all of our meetings are free unless it's a special event or a special meeting that, like sometimes we do certain meetings that we have to charge for because it's a longer meeting, deeper dive, educational meeting. But these are all educational and networking meetings. So you'll get some education, you'll get some networking in, and we welcome y'all to check them out. The first week of the month, every first Tuesday, Roger's group, they're in Tyler Lindell meets, and I'll actually be taking over this month because Roger won't be available, and I'm going to be talking about analyzing your deals and picking the right exit strategy. That's going to be Tuesday, 6:30 at Brisket Lab. They're in Lindell. Then on the first Thursday of the month, HEB, or Real Impact HEB, meets there in Hurst. Bedford? Roger, do you remember?
HEB.
I think, Roger, you're on mute, I think. We'll get back.
HEB meets in Bedford. It's just right west of DFW Airport.
Okay.
And but all these are on Meetup, so we need to remind everybody about that. Yes,
Meetup, or you can go to realimpacttraining.com and click on the meetings button, and it'll open up our schedule. My meeting is the first Saturday of every month in in Addison. We meet at the Quest Trust building. And then I think Doug's going to do the second week.
Yeah. So second Monday is Longview. Roger's going to be talking to us about how to fill out a TREC for a 1 to 4 family contract, and also some of the new things that are coming along with that. The second Tuesday at 7 is Grand Prairie. Eric is having. He's already told us he's having. Aiden to come out, and then second Saturday 9:30 is Wichita Falls. What do y'all have, Tim?
Yeah, Gabby's going to be our next speaker.
Okay.
Coming up
All right.
second Saturday of this, so it's next weekend.
Okay.
So it's at the Wichita Falls Country Club.
All right.
Great food.
Great food. All right, who's doing the third week?
I believe that's me.
You're
The
up.
third Monday of every month, 6 p.m. is in Denton, and that's where we held the expo at Tim's Spring Hill location. The third Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. is Alliance Decatur. That's Pam Cleary up at Big Shots on 35. I'm in the middle of all the construction, so for Tuesday, you want to start out on Monday to get there in time.
Unless there's a race.
But yeah, then forget about it.
Yeah.
Third Thursday is in Arlington. That's Tony's group at 6:30, also at a golf course. And a third Saturday at 1 p.m. is Oklahoma City. Check it out.
All right, great. And fourth week?
And then the fourth Monday of every month is in Grapevine. Sherry leads that group, I think. And then the fourth Saturday at 9 is Tony's other location at in Waco.
Awesome.
Very good.
That's a whole lot.
Awesome.
And we also
Great.
have Oklahoma City, which, y'all said that one. I'm sorry.
It's on there, yeah.
So great meeting tonight. Hey, everybody, we will not be having a call next Sunday. So you can join us the Sunday after that, the third Sunday of the month. And we're going to start adding some special guests to our meetings. So those are going to be exciting that we can go over the topics, not only with the experts within Impact, but some external experts too. So we're excited about that. Thank you all for being on here tonight. Your wealth of information. Wow, I'm still on a high from the REI Dream Team Expo, and I'm excited about that. And let's make this thing happen. It's March.
Yeah, ready for another one.
So yeah, absolutely. So let's make it happen. I'm going to be excited to be out in Longview next week. So that'll be a fun deal to do there. So
And I got
everyone-
your group on Tuesday, so we're good.
And
all
you
right.
got the book,
And
right?
Karen, thank you for doing Tuesday for me.
I got what the.
Yeah.
The book for Brandon.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm like, but I've got a book for Brandon and I've got a book for Bosky Moore. Both of them, I've got Brandon. I told Brandon not to let me forget. It's in my bag.
Exactly.
good.
I got it.
All right.
I will.
And this, our producer tonight is CJ at Fun Grid Entertainment.
Yep.
And thank you so much for putting this on for us tonight, being the guy behind the scenes.
Oh, I did forget to mention yesterday. I will send out the email that we're actually, once we get the word from CJ that the recordings are good, then we're going to be offering the recording of the event to those that couldn't make it or that missed. We just have to determine, we got to see how much work he's got to do for that, so we can make sure that he gets compensated for what he did. And we appreciate you being there, CJ.
And
All right.
I will upload all of the PowerPoints that
Yes.
we used to the Google Drive that everybody got.
And
All
if
right.
if you happen to have not gotten the access to the Google Drive that has all the PowerPoints and everything in there, let me know. And I have not given the attendees the contact list for the vendors yet. I will do that, but I had not. I am tired. This girl is tired.
Me too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, he
All
says
right.
recordings are
Thank
good.
you all.
We just have to edit and upload. So thank you for doing that, CJ, and making that possible, because I know a lot of people missed and they were sad that they didn't get to see a part or hear a part. And I missed a lot because I was out in the hallway a lot. So thank you for doing that.
Very good.
Okay.
All right,
Very
guys.
good. All
See
right.
Good night.
you in 2
We
weeks.
will see you. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
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 Running your own real estate investment business can be stressful, time-consuming, and difficult to manage. Where do you start? Why go out and try and reinvent the wheel when we have the answer? With our exclusive training program, we will teach you how to free up your time to build your business, develop your goals, learning where to find the money, how to find better deals, keeping track of offers, building a team, and developing a business plan that works for you. We at Real Impact Real Estate Training and Mentoring have all the answers for you. We have several plans to help you get your business to the next level. We have developed the best one-on-one personal training system in the industry. We have a proven structure that has been developed for more than 50 years through the purchase and sales of thousands of homes and commercial properties. We will help you set up and build your real estate investment business. Whether you are new to investing or you are a seasoned professional, we have a plan for you to customize your business to a method that works, is affordable, and fits your budget. With training modules like finding money, finding deals, learning how to get correct comps, building a team, short sales, subject twos, foreclosures, making multiple offers, understanding auctions, REOs, and tax sales, working to build your construction team, and finding sellers and buyers. Find your property management team, plus over 70 additional training modules to choose from. Sit down with us for a one-on-one consulting to see what training plan is best to develop your goals and to build your business by using the 5 M's of investing: mining, money, maintenance, marketing, and management. Wouldn't your life be great if you can live it on your own terms? We help you develop and structure your business to take massive action. Join the Real Impact Real Estate Training today. Change your life today with real estate investing.